I think you can recognize that, right? I think you can recognize this. I think you can recognize this. Okay? These are our Arabic numerals that are, in most people's mind, a counting system. But here's a counting system. Alright? This is counting sheep going through a gate. Every time one goes by, you make a scratch. And then once you get up to 4 scratches, kind of hard to keep. If you go to 5, 6, 7, you can't count it anymore. So you put a line through it. Right? We've all done that in counting. Here are the Roman numerals. They are also pretty much like scratches, but they get a little more sophisticated in here when the triangle becomes a symbol for 5, right? And then the 1 is you take 1 from 5 to get 4. Now we're starting to have an operation, so that Roman numerals are a little bit more than a counting system, but not a language. Okay? Now we come to the Arabic numerals, and we start to develop a language. These are actually the names of the numbers. The symbol is the name. All right? Now, when we name the numbers, anything that approximates them becomes the symbol for the name. So the 2 that was like this in our shorthand becomes this, but we still recognize it as 2. Here is the 3, and we recognize it as 3. But you take the curves out of the 3, and you get this. See, if you just connected these lines, these points, the terminal point here, the middle of the curve here, terminal point here, middle of the curve here, terminal point here. All right. So this has been noticed before in the Arabic numerals, and here it is, thinking of it as a pictograph counting system. You can see the red dots are the angles of the symbols. So 1 is 1 angle, 2 is 2 angles, 3 is 3 angles, 4 is 4 angles, and so forth. Okay. Now we get down to our thinking of this in terms of the development that we've done in the conceptuality, thinking of these vectors as ABs, right? So now we have, these are just my ABs again, the straws are string, all right? This is the number symbol 1, has 1 angle, but it implies 2 because there's 2 ABs. Here's the symbol 2 with 2 angles, but it has 1, 2, 3 ABs implying 3. Here's 3 angles, 1, 2, 3, and it has 4 ABs implying the next number, which is 4. All right. Now, this is the Arabic numerals and mathematics become a language, and that these more sophisticated ideas start coming in. Like in the number 2, you can think of this as 2 triangles. You can think of 1 as 1 triangle, and you can think of 3 as 3 triangles. But our eye is sharing this common AB, and we're creating 2 angles in our conceptual mind, in our ability to imagine, okay, and to separate. Now, I want to emphasize again that we're talking about low frequency, and low frequency contains high frequency, okay, so that we don't really need anything so far. we've only been dealing with 1, 2, 3, and 4 in all of this conceptuality that we've been developing so far. It's all logical. It has been developed point by point. It's self-developing. And here we are at the numbers 1, 2, 3, and 4. Okay. Now here in the number system, we have operations that are symbolized: plus, minus, times, divided by, equals. These are ideas, right? It starts getting pretty sophisticated that it's actually developing a language, but the language is contained in the simplicity. So that number 3 becomes, you can just turn it into 4. This way. Okay. Or you can have 4 here, right, which is just a transform number 3. And look what we really have. We have our tetrahedron. Okay? Tetrahedron is the number 4. That this third, this AB, this fourth AB, is the three-dimensional compass that determines the fourth point anywhere outside of the imagined triangle. Now, once we get to the tetrahedron, which is the manifestation of the number 4. This is 4. It's 4 sides, 4 vertexes. It contains 1 volume, and all these sides are unit length. This is the manifestation of this. Takes the reality off of the page, right? Now, I'm going to go one more step with this, and we're going to look at this, okay? This is the heart symbol, right? It's not a mathematical symbol, but it does. It is interesting to analyze it in the sense of what we just learned. See the 4 points, that the terminuses, and taking out the curves develops 4 locations. Okay, now we're going to connect those 4 locations, and look what we get. There is no explanation anywhere for this heart symbol meaning love. That, the primary thing, God is love, all of that is manifest right here. And you can see that just by taking the curves out of the heart symbol, we come to the tetrahedron, which is the number 4. Think about that. There's no reason in the way that we've been developing thought in pure conceptuality, there's no reason to dismiss this idea. Okay? There's going to be a lot more in the writing, but I just wanted to show you these. This is a video illustration, right? So that you can, we have something that we can visually imagine in the writing.